This time with flat rate, we practice some magic. We see if GM's grape-scented axle lubricant tastes like grapes. We fail to check service information, and we pay the price. We put some kind of weird-looking metal sandwich into our differential. We modify some tools, and we ruin others. For the sake of greatness, I guess. And we abuse some poor, helpless truck. All of this and more with your favorite YouTuber, Flat Rate. Right? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been about a year or so since I've sat in front of a camera and addressed nobody, so please, forgive me if I do anything that seems a little bit awkward. As you recall from our last episode, we blew out the center carrier of our rear differential. So today, we have a replacement. This rear carrier is out of a late 70s Datsun 240 or 280 or something with an R200 differential. Now, according to internet forums, this is a pretty direct swap into a C200 differential, which is what this pickup has in it. This differential came with all the spacers, all the bearing races, everything we should need to swap it in. So let's hope it's easy and I didn't waste $70-something. And while we're there, we're gonna see if we can swap in this El Cheapo eBay limited slip differential block, for lack of a better word. Stay tuned, you're with Flat Rate. Yahtzee. Here's where I proceed to make a little bit of a mistake. And by a little bit of a mistake, I mean I spent a couple hours trying to get the center pin of this differential out without ever looking at service information. You see, I took a look at this rear axle, saw a block in the center, and I thought to myself, that must be a keeper for some kind of retaining device. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. It was just a spacer. These are bolt-in axles. So, here's a little bit of me wasting my own time. Enjoy. This beautiful little thing is one of the welds I did to try and make this differential stand up to the abuse a little bit longer. Didn't work.
What some of you may be thinking right now is, well, why didn't you just arrange the clip so it looked like you knew what you were doing the whole time? And I'll tell you, because that wouldn't be nearly as funny.
And here we have it, the old differential, center carrier, whatever the hell I'm going to call it, and the new one. As you can see, I had to do a little bit of extra special work to try and get it out before I realized this thing in the center has nothing to do with holding the axles in. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Make fun of me in the comments. But they appear to be extremely similar to the point where they've got the same bearings. So I think it's safe to say they'll swap in very nicely. As for this small rectangular section in the center here, I don't know what it's for. I have no idea what its purpose is. One side has a little slot coming off. That looks just like a plug. Looks like the axle is just sat against it. But why? Oh well. I'm sure future me will tell us why. That's your cue. Tell us why.
Thanks for the lead-in past me. That little block we have sitting in the center of that differential is just to support the axles so they don't try to go backwards into the differential. I'd like to thank some random forum post for pointing that one out to me. That's it. Where are you going? You can come back and talk. It wasn't a complicated explanation. Did he just leave?
Is he done with the explanation? Good. I'm going to disassemble this new one. Because that fancy dancy schmancy limited slip kit, you need to take the center pin out to install it. And if that's all I gotta do, I'll be a happy camper. I need a hammer. Boy, that's a tiny roll pin. Do I have anything smaller?
Now, this might sound like a silly question, but you guys ever have one of those days where it takes you an hour to remove a roll pin because you didn't have the right-sized punch? No? Never had to make your own tool? Lucky you.
Yes. Sometimes, you know. Sometimes. Sorry for giving you the finger last time. I was just a little sleepy. Back to it.
Did you guys think the fun was over? Of course the fun's not over. I still can't get that center pin out, no matter how much I hammer it. So I had to cut the center differential pretty well apart so I could slide those spider gears out. That is a sigh of relief. Now that that's done and I can get these spider gears out, I can go about greater, more important undertakings, like making a spacer. Look at me, I'm trying to show you things. That is the pin I could not get out at all. I hit that thing so much. Air hammers, sledgehammers, not coming out. I'm aware it's too noisy to talk, so I'm showing you the block. Has that little offset piece on it. I had to remove it so I could get the dimensions, so I could make another spacer or modify that spacer so my axles wouldn't, you know, bang around and cause wheel bearing issues. Here I am showing you one of the few differences between the two center sections. This center section had little snap rings to hold CV axles, as opposed to not having snap rings. So I went over, crawled under the truck to check if the splines were the same. I think that means they were the same. Thumbs up? Yeah, we know. And they're grape flavored, apparently. All right. Now comes the next concern, which is, this El Cheapo limited slip block and this spacer block. Well, they can't exist in the same place at the same time. At least not without a little bit of fine-tuning, you could say. But the diameter of this, which slips into one of these side gears, would actually go through here. So if I can find something, or make something, this thickness, or close to it, and put it all together like it's some kind of package, with a hole through it, for the center pin, I should be in good shape. I just got to figure out what that's going to be. Montage? Montage. No montage. I know I sounded real excited about it, but I'm just not feeling montage. So I'm just going to explain what my thought process ended up being and what decision I came to. If I'm not mistaken, I found a few spare sockets I had, one of them being, if I recall correctly, a 13/16, 3/8 drive, whatever the case, it was nearly the correct size in every way, except for length. So I welded a washer to the end of it. Had it all nice in a package, to the point where all I needed to do was figure out how to get the hole in the correct place at the correct diameter. Spoiler alert, was not very easy. Just keep watching if you want to know what I mean. I think that'll about do it. Now I got to figure out how to bore a hole in the center of it. Through the side. We'll figure it out. To anybody who's curious, trying to drill a hole through some tool steel, especially a socket that's round, is a losing proposition. I'm going to go buy a couple of new drill bits. And we're back with a set of
Irwin, Cobalt, blah, blah, blah. Let's hope it works.
It took me right around, half an hour, 45 minutes to realize that this was a fruitless endeavor, and to come to another, more logical conclusion. I can't drill through that metal. Not with the setup I've got, but I can sure as heck cut that metal with a really quickly spinning fiber disc. So I did.
Damn, fucking give me. It's like, I'm trying to do YouTube. You always do this.
What? I haven't done this in forever.
I haven't done this in forever, but the moment I do, I fire up this camera and you're like, I want young men to wear loincloths. It's like, Grandma, chill out.
Okay, Bingus, I love you.
Maybe goodbye.
Don't take too long. I'm hungry for...
Don't fucking tell me what to do.
I'm hungry for food.
Then go get some.
No, you.
You!
No, you.
You!
No, I'm talking about Napa food and dollar store food.
Napa food. That sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, you know what I think it would taste like, what's that lubricating gel that's pink and smells kind of weird?
What?
It goes in the thing where you have to like pump the handle and it has the thing that goes on the Zerks. Why can I remember Zerks but not the name of the...
Grease?
Yeah, that stuff smells weird and that's what I think Napa food would taste like.
You seeing all this? Sure hope so. Pins. I don't think that's gonna work. They're so loose. Son of a gun. Well. Here's what we've got. And I'll tell you for free, these springs just ain't long enough. Like, how are they supposed to press against each other's spider if they're just so, yeah. And if they were any wider, they if I'm not mistaken, come on in. They would. Oh no, they would. Well, I'm gonna go to the hardware store and see if I can get really stiff short springs like this, but not as short. You see where I'm going? Sure you do. Huh. I really did just leave it recording. Alright, whatever. Old spring, garbage. Not garbage, very short. New springs, 75 cents a piece. Long. Very long. I just hope they're long enough. They're not as stiff though. Well, you kind of take what you can get at the fucking hardware store. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the ticket. Ugh. Reassemble. Behold! Cheap eBay limited slip kit. Well, let's put the ring gear on and throw it in.
I'm skipping over installation. Installation is reversive removal, minus some gear pattern checking and whatnot. Instead, enjoy this. Yeah, so far, it seems to be working pretty well.
Some further testing is required, but it seems to be okay. For now. Alright, we have a simple test. See if both tires throw a semi-equal amount of snow and dirt. Barbaric, but it gets the job done. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no ladies on this channel. Gentlemen, if that wasn't, I don't know, some kind of proof that they work somewhat, I don't know what is. I'm pretty happy for the like 20 bucks I spent on it, even if I did have to make that space earned ruin a socket. That's alright. Like the video, subscribe, do all the things the end screen says. Ugh. I
should have done this yesterday. It's already Saturday. I wanted a video out by Saturday. Why am I like this? Want more? Hit the stupid subscribe button. You know you want to. Watch my other videos to see how we got here. Remember to be safe. And if you can't be safe, have fun.